She needed my money, but not my presence. Then the wedding deposit deadline arrived. At 51, when my daughter whispered those soul-crushing words, "It was just as family, Mom. You wouldn't fit in," I felt something inside me die and be reborn simultaneously. A week later, when she called me in absolute panic screaming, "Mom, the deposit for the venue bounced." That phone call became the symphony of a carefully constructed fantasy world colliding with the brutal, unforgiving reality of a bank statement that would never lie. For my daughter, Victoria, it was complete catastrophe, the end of her perfect world. For me, it was a boundary carved in stone. The moment I stopped being a 24/7 human ATM machine and remembered I was a woman who deserved not just basic respect, but genuine love and inclusion in my own daughter's life. This wasn't some impulsive, heat-of-the-moment decision born from wounded pride. This was the final, mathematically logical step in a long, excruciatingly painful education about my new designated place in Victoria's meticulously curated existence. I'm Elizabeth Harrison, and let me tell you, after 3 decades of believing unconditional love meant unconditional giving, I learned the hardest lesson of my life. Sometimes the people we love most are the ones who can destroy us most completely, and sometimes saving yourself means letting them face the consequences of their choices. For 28 years, Victoria and I weren't just mother and daughter, we were an unbreakable team, two souls welded together by tragedy and triumph. Her father, my beloved Marcus, was taken from us by a massive heart attack when she was 14, a sudden, devastating blow that could have shattered us both. Instead, it forged us into something stronger. We navigated the treacherous waters of grief together, survived the turbulent storms of her teenage years as partners, and celebrated every milestone from her high school graduation to her college acceptance as a united front of two. I poured every ounce of my being into that extraordinary girl. When Marcus died, I made decisions that would define the next decade of our lives. I sold the sprawling suburban home he and I had built together, every room echoing with memories of our dreams, and downsized to a modest but elegant townhouse. Every penny from that sale, every dollar I could scrape together, went into transforming my small catering business from a weekend hobby into a thriving, respected enterprise that employed 12 people and catered to the city's most prestigious events. Every 16-hour workday, every missed social event, every sacrifice I made was for her. I wanted Victoria to have choices I never had, opportunities that would open doors